Hi, I'm Lieutenant Clifford Lowe with the St. Charles Fire Department.
And I'm Captain Jeff Tarro.
So we wanted to invite you here today at the St. Charles Fire Department to talk about some detectors you may find in your home. You probably have smoke detectors in your home and carbon monoxide detectors.
We wanted to give you some helpful information about what types of detectors to have and where you should have them. Also, along with some maintenance that you can do to keep them up and running well, and some troubleshooting you can do. You may have a detector go off and it may not be an emergency. So some things that you can do before calling the fire department. So let's talk about some detectors. Let's talk about the different types of smoke detectors. Really, you have two main types of smoke detectors because there are really two different types of fire. The first type of fire is like a free burning fire with a lot of flame, but you don't have a lot of smoke, kind of the campfire that you want to sit around. The other one is a fire that's like a smoldering fire where it produces a lot of smoke, but not a lot of flame. There's two different types of detectors because they have early response for these two different types of fire. The first one is an ionization detector, and that works well with those free burning fires that just have flame. The other one is the photoelectric, and Clifford, can you talk about the photoelectric?
Sure. So a photoelectric detector has a beam of light inside the detector. And what happens is the smoke breaks that beam of light and activates the detector. The trade-off is it's going to be slower to react to fires than the ionization type detector. On the other side, though, you're going to get less false alarms, which makes them great for in the kitchen, where normal cooking, or in my case, burnt bacon in the oven, isn't normally going to set off these types of detectors. There's another type of detector that is going to combine both of these sensors. So you'll have a photoelectric and an ionization detector. But again, probably don't want those by the kitchen because you're going to get more false alarms.
This is an inexpensive smoke detector. These are actually one of the ones that we can give away. This is a couple years old, and we now currently do have ones with the 10-year battery life that were donated that we're giving away also to people who can't afford them. These basic ones, it'll be on the ceiling. To change the battery, you're just going to lift the compartment, and the battery is in here. This has a 9-volt. Some have AA's. This one has a 9-volt. You can just take that out, replace that. Remember, every 6 months when you change your clocks, change your batteries. Again, this one back here has some information. It has the manufacturer date. Again, this has a 10-year life. And sometimes smoke detectors will have some different codes back here. Sometimes the alarm will go off for like an end of life. It'll maybe have 3 or 4 beeps really quickly, like in a row. And if you take it off the ceiling, if there's no smoke or there's no fire problem, and you're just doing some troubleshooting, you can take it down, and sometimes it'll say an end of life alarm is 4 in a row, maybe a bad battery is a chirp every 30 seconds. So a lot of times different smoke detectors will have those directions on them also. So smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors come in different forms. They have a battery-powered standalone detector, and they have interconnected detectors that rely on your home's electrical system. Now, the interconnected detectors have been a code requirement in new homes for quite a while now. So if you have a newer home, this is the system that you have. A lot of times they will have a battery backup in them, but they require the electrical power from your home as their sole source. These are the best detectors because if one detector goes off, they all go off. For example, if you have a fire in your basement because of your furnace, let's say, and it's at night and you're sleeping on your second floor, when they all go off, it will alert you in your bedroom with that detector if there's a fire 2 floors down in your basement. Now, a battery-powered detector, if that goes off in your basement, probably won't be able to hear it when you're sleeping, and it definitely won't wake you up. The smoke will probably have to rise through your house and set off one of the other detectors at a higher level before you'll know that there's even a problem. And this could be too late. Okay? So the best is the interconnected. Nice thing, through technology, they've actually made interconnected smoke detectors that don't require wires. So when one goes off, they'll all go off, but they just have batteries. So for people who are retrofitting houses, if you have an older home and want the protection of interconnected, these are much more economical and they work very well. I actually have this in my older home.